Help has arrived. Trudeau has pledged $1 billion to build more houses.
$100 billion.
And not just like $1 million houses, affordable housing. Yes. But is it enough to change the direction of the housing crisis we're in? Let's discuss this. First and foremost, Trudeau is pretending to understand what the housing crisis looks like and how he can help. I mean, he's already said in front of everybody, real estate is not a federal responsibility.
As well. Housing isn't a primary federal responsibility.
Yeah, you heard it. Now, Ottawa has pledged $1 billion to build 7,000 co-op public housing houses by 2028. Yes, 7,000 homes. Hooray! And out of the $1 billion budget, $70 million is allocated to BC, one of the worst provinces for affordability, so not even close to enough. Now, what do we know from common sense or from watching this channel is the government's got to get out of the way when it comes to the housing sector. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, just look at the condition of Ontario housing or public housing across Canada. It's awful. It's super, super low budget. I mean, it's obviously better than living in some shitty trailer in the middle of nowhere, but the quality of housing is so low. And the tenants that are in there are the lowest quality tenants. There's crime. There's a lot of bad stuff happening. I can tell you firsthand that this is true because when I started my apprenticeship as a carpenter in my late teens, early 20s, I worked for a company that mainly did work for Ontario housing. So I was in all of these houses. I was renovating them, and I could see firsthand the living conditions, the quality of the people living in these properties, and it's just nasty, man. Now, this is something that our friends down south of the US understand. They also have public housing known as Section 8 housing. I'm sure you may have heard of that, probably in a lot of rap songs or videos.
There you know when you're part of Section 8 and you feel like no one can relate.
But Section 8 housing is god-awful, and the government at least knows it and says, we gotta do what we gotta do, obviously, but we're getting out of the way. We understand in America that the private sector is where it's at. They're better at specializing in their niche than we are. We're the government. We're just here to kind of oversee and run things. But when it comes to housing especially, dude, we're getting out of the way. So how do they get out of the way? They incentivize their people to become home builders, to become real estate investors. They offer them tax deductions that we don't have here. They offer them lower taxes, way lower taxes, especially if you're investing in more red states. Florida, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, etc. You pay zero taxes in most of those states. So lots of incentivization. Okay, the government is literally saying, come to this state, build, buy rental properties, house our people, and we will reward you, because that's what capitalism does. But it's not what we're finding here in Canada. See, in Canada, it's tax, man. Trudeau's just looking like a shark, looking to bite you. Whenever you do anything cool, he wants a piece of that money, dog. He wants a piece of that money. And this is truly why we are where we are. In Canada, where houses are unaffordable, rent is unaffordable, buying a house is becoming a dream of the past. Forget the Canadian dream, that's pretty much over for millennials and Gen Zs. We need to take a page from our friends down south and other countries around the world. And who knows, maybe in the future we will elect a better prime minister, someone who understands capitalism. But even so, I don't want you to wait for Pierre Poilievre to come in and save your life, or anybody else, because they're not. As much as I want Pierre Poilievre to come in so I can morally feel better about the direction of Canada, he's not going to do anything likely for your personal pocketbook. He's not. You can't change things overnight. It's going to take years and years and years, okay? Decades for Canada to change the trajectory that we're on. And I don't think you want to wait decades. Life is precious. You can get hit by a bus tomorrow. Who knows? I want you to fix your life now. And how do we do that? We invest in quality real estate in great areas. We hold it for 5 to 10 years and we sell it. A very, very easy and basic concept that's been proven for thousands and thousands of years. The majority of billionaires have done so through real estate investing. But unfortunately, investing in Canada is really no longer an option. Houses are way too pricey. Rent isn't keeping up with the crazy high prices of real estate, so they don't cash flow. It doesn't make sense anymore. So we have to look to other areas. We don't just stop investing in real estate. No, that would be stupid. We know the benefits of real estate investing. We just can't do it here. So maybe we do it down south. And that's what I'm doing. I've bought and sold over 150 properties. I sold them all, and now we're investing in the US, in more Republican states, Florida and Texas specifically. Now, if you want to find out how to invest in real estate in the US, I'm telling you, as a Canadian, it's way easier than you think. In fact, it's easier to invest there than it is to buy properties in Canada, as a Canadian citizen. I'll leave you with that little tidbit. But if you want to go in the description below here, get my free course on how you as a Canadian can invest in the US. Check it out. You're going to learn everything A to Z. And if you really want to take it to the next level, we're always looking for partners. We already have the whole team figured out. Mortgage brokers, accountants, contractors, the renovation system, the Airbnb system we do in Florida. I already got it all. So if you're watching my videos, you like what we do, if you like what the before and afters on my channel, you know what we can do, and you want to jump on the train and be like, Matt, just do it, man. I trust you. Just do it. Let's invest together. Let's own this property together. We're always looking, okay? You can figure that out as well in the description below to partner with me in Florida. I will see you in the next video.